तो सर स्पेशली रिक्वेस्ट पर आए हैं. He has been very kind enough to come and meet us all. He has been ex Tata प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजमेंट के गुरु हैं. मतलब मैं तो जितनी बारी देखता हूँ उतनी बारी पैरों को हाथ लगाता हूँ that his one word can change the lives of everyone. और
बनता है, ताली तो बनता है, जोरदार बनता है.
बॉस, मैं इधर में जितना लोग बैठे हुए हैं उन लोगों को माफी की है. Unfortunately, last 45 years of career moved up the corporate ladder and life became more miserable. Unfortunately, life became more miserable. वो जब हम लोग साइड पे जब रहते थे और उस टाइम तो क्या होता था ना, बकरी का जो चमड़ी का ये बनता था, वो जो पीठ पे लेके घूमता था पानी पीने के लिए, वो those days were very good. हम लोग ट्रैक हॉपर में जाते थे, बंकर में जाते थे, बाद में पिक्चर में भी चले जाते थे. हाँ, और बोलने में ऑफिस से फोन किया किधर है, वो बंकर में है, कौन जाएगा 74 मीटर में. तो those days were good. Corporate ladders were very bad. Anyway, I am very thankful for Rohit coming personally and Balraj calling me for coming to this meet after quite some time, because I am out of corporate for quite some time. So, incidentally, I worked a substantial year in Larsen to Grow, and then also in Tata Projects and Tata Consulting Services, and in abroad in Middle East and Far East. But side days were very, very good. Sitting in Bombay, sitting in Delhi, sitting in other places were very bad. And my association with Rewa goes last 30 years, and Rewa has certainly grown, may not be that much in volume, but surely in the essence of their service quality and dependability. एक चीज तो रेवा का, उस time there were many competitors, like there are many competitors. We always used to be with them in a dependable partner, because इनका जो father है, and I am sure you are also carrying the same legacy, ये तो straight बात बोलता था. Whatever happens will happen. Whatever will not happen. No hanky-panky, no transparency, no nothing. Most importantly, एक थीम आपका जो presentation में था, बाद में रोहित भी जी बोला. You see, unfortunately in our country, contractor or vendor is taken as a very low menial rank of the entire organization construction hierarchy. जो customer बोलता है, जो customer होता है, even if he is, I'll put it in inverted comma, वो सोचता है कि मैं मालिक हूँ. And जो consultant आज के दिन में होता है, whosoever is it, they are there only to, what you call, find out the mistakes and prove their importance. And contractor is a party, वो जो खड़ा रहेगा बाहर में 2 घंटा, फिर आएगा, then बीवी का लिए something, साहब का लिए चाय, इसका लिए पैकेट, there are means of that, which is not there globally, or which was even not there, in my opinion, prior to 2000. Prior 2000 का बाद, 2002-3 का बाद, जब when construction boom came in, then the project booms came in the industry, and everybody became a contractor and everybody became a customer. वो टाइम में सब कुछ liquidate हो गया. And in most of the international places, the customer was treated as an investment center. The PMC was treated as a knowledge center, and the contractor or the vendor was treated as the resource center. And they used to sit together with equal importance on the table to make a project happen. There was no finger pointing. ये तुम गलती किया, तुम बोला नहीं, तुम दिया नहीं. Because everybody knew if the project fails, I fail. So everybody wanted to support, and that's why there are stories of successful projects globally and internationally. And here also, many of the projects which has been extremely well done has done only where there was a collaboration and cooperation between customer and contractor and PMC. Otherwise, it is an utter failure. And that project history is nothing but a history of dispute and dispute redressal. It is not a pure construction projects and the technical projects what we talk of. So I am very happy to see, mostly interesting, I mean, the people are extremely knowledgeable, boss. RAM, ROM, pixel. Huh? Great to note. I mean, why don't you people start your own companies of mobile? Novel ideas. And I like this idea of also suddenly from crane you went to mobile on the off subject, and the what you call enthusiastically it was responded by the audience. It was very great. So आगे बढ़ो, जीते रहो. Spread the flavors. And nothing comes free. So रोहित भी बोला आपको इधर का invitation free नहीं है. So you have to tell a few words on your learnings of project management. तो मैं बोला project management मेरा learning is of frustrations and failures and sweats and suns and darts and gullies and हासार. हम अभी भी हम लोग बोलते हैं, हम लोग जिंदगी भी और कॉन्ट्रैक्टर है, हम लोग बीबी को भी जी सर बोलते हैं. एंड हमारा एक बॉस था, हम लोग सब बड़ा कंपनी में काम करता था, ये साहब लोग है, टाई वाई पहन के ऑफिस जाता था. बोला कभी भी पैसा मांगने का टाइम टाई पहन के मत जाओ. तुम टाई निकाल के बाल ऐसे ऐसे उखाड़ के फिर जाके मैडम प्लीज नौकरी चला जाएगा, पक्का तुमको चेक मिलेगा. तुम टाई भाई बन के जाएगा, पहुंच जाएगा, तो तुम चेक मिलेगा. नो बॉडी विल गिव यू. हाँ, सो इसीलिए वी आर अकस्टम फॉर. और एक हमारा एक ये था, ही वॉज अ सिंधी. उनको जितना भी गाली दो वो हंसता था. तो हमने किसी पूछा, अरे यार मेरे को इतना गाली दे रहे तुम कुछ बोलते नहीं. साहब, आवर मोटो इज टू टेक थिंग्स, नॉट टू गिव थिंग्स. बिग लर्निंग्स है, बिग लर्निंग्स. तो आपको जो कुछ देगा मैं ले लेगा, मैं आपको कुछ नहीं दूंगा. So and those days life was very busy. I mean life was very, what you call, very lively. I mean though it was आजकल तो ऐसी गाड़ी, ऐसी घर, ऐसी ये, ऐसी वो, but those days life was very very good. And our bosses were really like our elder brothers who used to guide us. So coming back to my understanding of the projects, which looks to be very queer, I always suggest that, and whatever I am telling is equivalent, is applicable to our life also, because this realizations comes as you grow up in the age of the life. First thing, please, हम लोग बहुत प्रोजेक्ट प्लानिंग करते हैं ना, माइक्रोसॉफ्ट, देन क्या क्या है, प्राइमावेरा, कैंडी और क्या क्या है, सम एक्स वाई जेड. प्लीज टेस्ट योर प्रोजेक्ट फॉर फेलियर्स. We do not do that. We never test our project for failures. I am a very healthy man. I mean, it is in a lighter sense not to be quoted. I am a very healthy man. But if I do not know how many pegs of Johnny Walker I can take, I do not know my healthiness. In simple terms. So please test your projects for failures. Because we plan excavation, concreting, this thing, that thing, erection, commissioning, ये वो, resource, 4 गाड़ी, 5 ये, 6 ये, सब करते हैं. But what will make that project vulnerable to failure? We never list it down. It can be strike, it can be earthquake, it can be flood, it can be steel price increase, it can be non-availability of ballast, it can be X, Y, Z, anything. Now, if you list those down and I'll see that if this happens, to what extent my project gets shifted or the cost overrun, and what will be the possibility of putting in a contingency. You may not be able to put in that contingency or cost in your factor because you will be outpriced or you will have a 10 years project schedule, but at least you will be better prepared in your mind. And it will happen. Steel price will increase. Which project schedule takes care of steel price increase? Which project schedule takes care of ballast not availability, which are very common? Sand availability. बारिश का टाइम में सैंड मिलता ही नहीं. Which takes care? No project schedule. So please, and in life also, please, whatever you plan, you may be seen to be a paranoid, but test it for failure. Your life will be much easier. You will be much more at peace. That here 10 problem ho sakta hai, and these are my contingencies if this happens. And keep that in your pocket, like an ace in the sleeve. Second is that, what I understanding is that errors are bound to happen in life. Errors are bound to happen in project. You cannot stop them. Whatever you do, errors will happen. But don't convert that into mistake by continuously, what you call, ignoring them and repeating them. हम लोग क्या करता था, इधर में पेंटिंग खराब किया, प्राइमर ठीक से नहीं लगाया, ठीक है चलो फिनिशमेंट लगा देते हैं अभी. We do that. 3 साल बाद आपको 10 गुना पैसा से वो करेक्शन करना पड़ेगा. इधर में थोड़ा हनीकुम्बी हुआ, चलो ठीक है कुछ करने के लिए. If you don't rectify that, and all of you know, last 10% of the project takes the same time as the first 90% of the project. Because of what? Because of that long tail going on for years. ये छोटा उधर में एक पाइप नहीं लगाया, उधर में एक बल्ब नहीं लगाया, उधर में एक होल नहीं किया, उधर में एक नहीं किया, उधर में एक कंट्रोल रूम बना दिया, डक्टिंग निकलने का ये नहीं दिया रखा, what you call the, and those make the things. So don't get bogged down on errors. Errors will happen, but please, at that point of time, rectify it. Otherwise, your life will be miserable in the future. And whosoever has done that, they are being successful. Never hide that problem for future to be automatically solved. It will never get solved. 3 साल बाद आपको 10 times price से वो काम करना पड़ेगा. Third is that, like our famous Johnny Walker's advertise, keep walking. The project must never be stopped. No activity should be stopped at any point of time. Because आज लेबर नहीं आया, आज ये डंपर नहीं आया, आज बैलस नहीं आया, आज स्टील नहीं आया, आज वो नहीं आया, आज ड्राइंग नहीं आया, आज ये नहीं आया. These are the list of things which happens every day. आज front नहीं मिला. Do something to make that project moving, even if one step. Because in a typical 500 crores project spanning over 2 years, your daily loss, or what you call the cost of indirect cost, which is your staff overhead cost, your labor cost, your idle plant and machinery cost, your interest on working capital cost, your project delay cost, can go up to at least 15 to 20 lakhs. Now, if today one excavator is not available and for that excavation is held up, or one batching plant is not available for which your concreting is held up, and if that does not happen, the other chain of activity does not happen, will it not be prudent even to buy the double price that day, and the project should go on under any cost, and that cost can never be 15 lakhs. आप सोचिए एक 500 कोटि का प्रोजेक्ट में कितना इंजीनियर होगा, 50 इंजीनियर होगा, 500 लेबर होगा, 5 कोटि का इक्विपमेंट होगा, एक 25 कोटि का वर्किंग कैपिटल होगा. यू जस्ट कैलकुलेट द कॉस्ट एंड सी द पर डे कितना आता है. एंड व्हाट वो हम लोग बोलते हैं, वो जो सर आज वो आया नहीं, आज बारिश हुआ, आज लेबर आया नहीं, आज शटरिंग का ये नहीं मिला था. These are the common things we tell in life, but we never see that what can I do to make at least one step forward. And that is applicable in life also. There will be many people you will see in life who will tell you first the things why it cannot happen. And there will be people who instead, in spite of those obstacles, will go on and telling, चलो मैं आगे एक स्टेप जाके तो देखता हूँ ये क्या होता है. And this is all the questions of your attitude. And that, what you call, makes a negative person to a positive person, and a good organization to a great organization. Otherwise, time is 24 hours for everybody. The environment is also 24 hours for everybody. This what you call, in the same, what you call, hall, designing of a mobile, 5 people or 5 groups acted quite differently from the rest of the group or rest of the people. So it is a question of attitude. Fourth most important thing is that, again, it has shifted. Your most competent person should be the first person on the line.
First person in the line.
Yes, most competent person. Whether it is a mason or a carpenter or an erector or a welder or this thing. आजकल क्या होता है? All those skills are gone. Most of the places, particularly who are the people in this side, will see that those skills are gone. आजकल मिलता नहीं. क्या होता है? उसको कवर अप करने के लिए और एक लेवल सुपरवाइजर, और एक लेवल सुपरवाइजर, और एक लेवल सुपरवाइजर, उसका बॉस, उसका व्हाट यू कॉल प्रोजेक्ट कंट्रोल टीम इन हेड ऑफिस, वीडियो कॉल्स, रिपोर्ट्स, डेली प्रोग्रेस रिपोर्ट्स, डिविएशन रिपोर्ट्स, ये सब चलता है. I will give my latest experience in 2018 when there was a flood in Kerala, and you know that Sabrimala temple, that Pamba river got flooded, and fortunately I was entrusted from Tata Group to restore that, and we had only 62 days time. The place is 50 kilometers inside Periyar Reserve Forest. Nearest town is 50 kilometers. पहाड़ का एक कोने में जाके BSNL का एक सिग्नल मिलता था. And if the Jatra does not start in 62 days, because 15th January, the Sankranti time, all those things happen, na, it will become a very big political issue. तो हम लोग जो गया उधर में, तो गया तो ठीक है, पहला 5 दिन 7 दिन तो we stayed somewhere and we literally survived on coconut water and bananas, and after 2 o'clock rain used to come and there is nobody except elephants and these things. Life was very good after many years. We employed a party who brought big Volvo dumpers and 300 capacity excavators. उसका जो ऑपरेटर लोग आया था ना, धोती पहने वाला ऑपरेटर है, चप्पल पहन के, बट एंड उसका एक सुपरवाइजर है, यंग फेलो. बट ऑल दोज ऑपरेटर्स फॉर दिस 62 days, for none of the equipment had to be gone out of the site for repair, and that was a very bad site because 2 lakhs cubic meter of sand was to be moved in 30 days. Each of those operators could, what you call, take care of their machines, any maintenance, including the crawlers themselves. And वो जो सुपरवाइजर जो रहता था ना, उसका क्या काम था? सुबह 7 बजे 50 किलोमीटर दूर से डंपर करके डीजल लेके साइट में खड़ा कर देता था. Because he knew if the diesel comes, machines will operate. If machine operates, work will be done. एक दिन के लिए they did not give an exercise, and except for the 15 plus 7, 22 operators and 1 supervisor, 23 people, there was no senior people available of that country, of that company. 2 महीना का काम 1 महीना में खत्म किया, 2 महीना का बिल 1 महीना में करके चला गया. And they gave a beautiful, what you call that measurement, survey measurements, so that the cubic meters could be easily calculated. But most of the cases, now we see, particularly the big corporates, that high-level people and high-level skills are at the top, who has no reality with the ground level, and that's why nowadays we have a problem. People talk more of return on capital and return on investments and XYZ rather than the technicalities. अभी मेल खुल के हम लोग सीसी मार देता है, माल खत्म. पहले हम लोग पहले जाके ड्राइंग खुलता था. Last point is that contract is written by the customer. It is not in your hand. You have to accept it. Interpretation is in your hand. Interpretation is in your hand. And इसीलिए जो हम लोग ECC को जो एक्स्ट्रा क्लेम कंपनी बोलता था, या एसीसी को जो हिंदुस्तान क्लेम कंपनी बोलता था, there is a importance in that. One must read contract very, very carefully. Or why contract? Any document. And when we were in operating level at L&T or ECC, जब contract आता था, we used to shut the room, make 2 pages. Contract का ये clause is beneficial for me, these are the clauses are detrimental for me. So पहले दिन से whatever minute discussions, maneuvering of people like that was to happen so that after 6 months when that event happened, all those things were covered up by that time. So that not only for because you see, no construction projects can survive, frankly speaking, unless you have your claim settled. Cost overrun hoga, project delay hoga, customer will not give you, so you have to claim and get the money back. Unless you read the contract, who will give you? More important thing is that it gives you an insight of what you are doing. There are many project managers I have asked, ये जो आप काम कर रहे हैं इसका cost मालूम है आपको? नहीं सर, वो तो head office से भेजा. I mean, when you go to buy a roll or something or a shawarma or something, I don't think that we are that rich enough not to ask what is the cost of it. Maybe it's 100 rupees, 80 rupees, X, Y, Z. We may tell, oh, it's so costly, वो तो दुकान में तो 40 रुपए में मिलता है. But at least we know it, what we are doing. So it gives you an insight. Otherwise, you will be walking blindly. Similarly, in life also, whatever comes to you, it may not be created by you or it may not be in your hand. But at least study it properly. See that what best out of that bad situations you can make for yourself. Situation you cannot change. Situation is given to you. बारिश हो रहा है. Somebody will be cribbing. Oh, बारिश हो रहा है. कैसे जाएगा? ये. And somebody will be enjoying and having a cup of tea there. बारिश हो रहा है, मैं नहीं जा पाऊँगा तो क्या कर सकते हैं? I cannot go anywhere, but let me enjoy a hot cup of tea there. So again, whatever I am telling you for the first, this thing is question of attitude. Look at things positively. Scenarios will be always bad in life. हम लोग सब सोचता था वो टॉय मिल जाएगा मेरे को बचपन में क्लास 7 साल में और मेरा दुनिया बन जाएगा. मैं हायर सेकेंडरी पास हो जाऊंगा, दुनिया बन जाएगा. अरे वो लड़की मेरे को देख के हंसा, वो दुनिया बन गया मेरा. वो नौकरी मिल गया तो दुनिया बन गया. वो दुनिया कभी नहीं बनता है. वो दुनिया कभी नहीं बनता. I always thought after retirement, the first thing I will have, Earl Grey tea में 2 बूंद ब्रांडी डाल के, that will be my morning tea with आनंद बाजार पत्रिका, लुंगी पहन के, कुर्ता. That will be my life. When I used to get up 2 o'clock in the morning and catch 4 o'clock flight and from Hyderabad to Delhi and then Delhi to Bombay and sleep in the night, I thought, where is that day? Now that day has come to me after last 3 years. But I have my mother of 90 years and I have my mother-in-law of 80 years who is in rice tube and has to be nursed 24/7. Same for me, you have seen. Correct? So मैं सोचता हूँ, why me यार? होता नहीं. Oh, that never comes. But then उसमें भी we try to make fun, we might try to make good out. So today's point is the most important or most happiest point in life, one must understand. ये जो आज हम लोग इधर में बैठे हुए, ये जिंदगी का सबसे सुनहरा पल है. Because that will never come in life. But क्या होगा, when you will grow up another 30-40 years, you will think, अरे फालतू क्या